something productive. This has been a tiring day. I'm exhausted. Let me watch something. I'm not in a mood to read.
Time, space, reality. It's more than just a linear path. It's a prism of endless possibilities, where a single choice can branch out into infinite realities, creating alternate worlds from the ones you know. I am the Watcher. I'm your guide through these vast infinite realities. Follow me and dare to face the unknown. This is a story of a multiverse where every form of government is an intellectual property. The owner of each planet has to bid for a specific government to be applied to their planet. There are two parties, the planet owners and the copyright sellers. Each Jeremy Bereme's time cycles an event is held where these transactions can happen. This event is called the Intergalactic Governance Copyright Event. This is a story of one such event where four forms of government were sold. This event gave way to multiple ordeals in your friendly neighborhood universe. Now, let's go to the IGGCE. But first, here's a disclaimer.
The content provided has been created with greatest care. For the accuracy, completeness, reliability, usability, and timeliness of the content, Team 1 cannot guarantee. The respective user is therefore generally obliged to professionally check or to have professionally checked the suitability of all content from its intended use. Team 1 is responsible for own contents on these video enclosure under the general laws. However, Team 1 is not obliged to monitor transmitted or stored third-party information or to investigate circumstances that indicate illegal activities. Obligation to remove or block the use of information under the general law remains unaffected. However, liability is only possible from the date of knowledge of a specific infringement. Upon notification of such violation, Team 1 will remove the content immediately. This skit. Wait. This skit. Give me 2 minutes. This skit. Abbe chop! You have to speak in English. This skit or any product information, hereinafter product information or product content are provided as is and to the extent permitted by law, without any kind of express or implied guarantee, commitment or liability. Except in case of willful misconduct, Team 1 is not liable for damages that are caused by or in connection with the use of this content. In any case, Team 1 is not responsible for and assumes no liability for any indirect, incidental or consequential damages that are caused by or in connection with the use of such content. Also, mutual funds are subjected to mark risk. Please read all scheme related documents clearly. Now with that out of the way, let's talk philosophy, the Willy Wonka of science. Hey, this is the biannual Intergalactic Governance Copyright Event. I welcome you all to the hub of innovation and epitome of copyrighted governments. Now the stage goes to the investors.
Hey, this is the investor from planet Lementis, and we are often known as the homeland of humanity.
Historians debate that.
Yeah, let them say. It's their job to do. Hey, if you want to pay us a visit, then let me know. We are known for cosmopolitan culture and interplanetary skyscrapers. Let me show you.
Look at that. Isn't it amazing?
Don't worry, this isn't a tourism ad, so I'm going to stop. Hope to find something really unique and usable for the next 100 years.
Greeting fellow attendees, this is the investor from Vlogosphere. Our planet is the peak of civilization. It is filled with wealthy people. We have incredible network of road, street lights. We are the one who give the world material for research. We have covered our desert and mountain with grand luxurious building. We are very proud of our heritage and we appreciate the mutual respect being granted to us like we righteously deserve. We have made the climate outstanding with our innovation. Looking forward to a great event as I will be looking out for the copyright our planet desperately need.
Good time, Universalize. I am the investor from the planet Worldlong. Our planet has gone raw. You all must have seen in the news that how the people on our planet are facing several issues due to the lack of a proper form of government that will take care of their rights and help our planet to grow and develop. I am delighted to inform you that I am in charge now. This time, this is going to be different. This is going to be a revolution. All I want is stability at any cost. I am all for peace and economic prosperity. I want my planet to be the greatest in the universe. Hoping to find a proper form of government that matches my needs and styles at this IGGCE 2021.
Hello Universally, this is investor from TerraPrime. You called us xenophobic, but to us it's normalcy. You have put sanction on us, you have tried to stop us, condemn us, but we are tolerant. We are still the center of the trade world. We aren't traditionally rich or extravagant, but we are unique tribe. We are indifferent from rich and we are polite and free, hoping for the correct copyright for my planet.
The first act of the time and the kickoff of the intergalactic governance copyright event. We have a news reporter from Earth 1812 to report his copyright.
Sir, now it's your turn. आपको बोलना है. Yeah.
Hello guys. So before talking about the real topic, I wanted to share a fun fact about me, which is actually I was a cameraman before I started news reporting, and I left the job after an incident.
चक्रवर्ती बोलती है ड्रग दो मुझे ड्रग्स दो वो कहती है मुझे ड्रग दो मेरे लिए गांजा लाओ चरस लाओ एमडीएमए लाओ एक्सक्यूसी लाओ अरे वहां पे प्रमाण.
And now, hello investors. Democracy comes into being after the poor and have conquered their opponents, slaughtering some and banishing some. While to the remainder, they give an equal share of freedom and power. This is the kind of government where the magistrates are elected by the majority. This is the nature of democracy. Whether the revolution has been affected by arms or whether fear has caused the opposite party to withdraw. The democratic city is full of freedom and frankness. The man he may say and do what he likes. And where freedom is, the individual is clearly able to order for himself the life he always wanted. In this kind of state, there will be the greatest form of human nature. This then seems likely to be the fairest of states, being an embroidered robe which is spangled with every sort of flower. And just as women and children would think that a variety of colors to be of all things most charming, there are men to whom this state, which is spangled with manners and characters of mankind, will appear to be the fairest of states. And because of the liberty which reigns here, have a complete assortment of constitutions. These kindred characteristics are proper to democracy, which is a charming form of government, which is full of variety and disorder. and dispensing a sort of equality between equals and unequals alike. And that was all from my side. I hope I'll see a lot of interest, and I'm hoping I'll get the investment. Thank you.
Wow, I really enjoyed that. I'm hoping to take this back home and keep the government for next 100 years. Is that a deal?
Now the second act. I present to you all a mafia from Russia promoting and trying to get some bids on his copyrights of oligarchy.
Hello, my dear investors. Welcome to my world of groundbreaking economic exploitation. A government resting on the valuation of property in which the rich have power and the poor is deprived of it. The accumulation of gold in the treasury of private individuals is the ruin of a society. They invent illegal modes of expenditure. For what do they care about the law? And then, one seeing another grow rich, seeks to rival him, and thus the great mass of citizens become lovers of money. And so, they grow richer and richer. The more they think of making a fortune, the less they think of virtue. For when money and virtue are placed on the balance of scale, the one always rises as the other falls. They next proceed to make a law which fixes a sum of money as the qualification of citizenship. The sum is higher in one place and lower in another, as the oligarchy is more or less exclusive, and they allow no one whose property falls below the amount fixed to have any shares in the government. These changes in the constitution they effect by force of arms, if intimidation has not already done their work, and this, speaking generally, is the way in which oligarchy is established. Are you interested? Any bids?
Oh, I am really delighted hearing this. Looking forward to such an idea. I am sold on oligarchy.
The first two pitches were awesome. Now for the third act. A tyrant from Oil State 2112.
I would be introducing to you the tyranny form of government, where the protector of the people has an entire mob at his disposal. He is not restrained from shedding the blood of kinsmen. By the favorite method of false accusation, he brings them into the court and murders them, making the life of the man disappear. With unholy tongue and his lips tasting the blood of his fellow citizens, of which some he kills and others he banishes, at the same time hinting at the abolition of debts and partition of land. And after this, what will be his destiny? From man to becoming a wolf. Yeah, that's a tyrant. This is he who begins to make a party the rich. After a while, he is driven out, but comes back in spite of his enemies, a tyrannical clone. Then comes the famous request for a bodyguard, which is a device of all those who have got thus far in their tyrannical career. Let's not be the people's friend, instead to be lost to them. In the early days of his power, he's full of smiles, and he salutes everyone whom he meets. He to be called a tyrant, who's making promises in public and also in private, liberating debtors and distributing land to people and his followers, and wanting them to be so kind and good to everyone. But when he's disposed all his foreign enemies by conquest or treaty, and there's nothing to fear, so what doesn't sound amazing to you? Do I see some bits coming up?
You know what? I'm all in for tyranny. This will make things interesting in World Law. Had a great event with all of you. Goodbye.
Anyways, do I even have a choice? Because the next guy is the last one. I will have to go with him anyhow. Never mind. Roll on.
Whew. And now with only one investor left, the final act of the night, Plato from the Republic. His master is a little shy.
Welcome to Gallipolis, the city of dreams. After experiencing all the major form of governments, the public turns towards us, the philosophers. It seems to be the right choice, as we have predicted everything that has happened ever since. We came up with a secret, yet clever plan. We spread a myth and decided to tell everyone that they are made of a certain substance. Thus begins the biggest brainwash time in the Republic's history. Will be assigned a task at their birth, and they will not be allowed to change their profession throughout their lifetime. The society will be divided into three types: the producers, the auxiliaries, and the guardians. First being the producers, they will be tasked with producing everything that the city needs to run, items of daily necessity and luxuries. This will basically consist of farmers, doctors, mathematicians, musicians, and poets. They will be the backbone of the society as they produce everything of value. To encounter any threat of invasion and protect the city, a new group of militants will be introduced. The auxiliaries will be selected carefully from a very young age based on their temperament from childhood. They will be trained in the fine art of war and will be given compulsory education. The smartest of all will be selected to govern them. They will be responsible for any new law and the core stability of the city. They will be refrained from any kind of attachment so that they can serve the city with utmost loyalty and do not put their own preference over good governance.
You know what? I like this guy. I'm gonna take it. I'm sold for Calipolis.
Aditya, take off your mask. This is not acceptable.
Okay, ma'am, sure.
What would you do if you lived in a world without free will? What would you do if you lived in a world with a watch element? How would you react? Would you still look up to the beautiful sunshine? Or would you not care about it at all? Would you still be hopeful? Or would you develop resent? Would you still wake up every morning and feel alive? Or would you be dead inside and call it the end?
What if it was that? That made zero sense. I just wrote this to Patty.